The top 10 wealthiest people in history. With billions of cash in their pockets, Elon Musk and Bernard Arnault are today's top 10 Forbes wealthiest people. They have enormous net worth to the point that we are convinced that nobody else has achieved such fortune. However, if we go back in time and account for inflation, we can find that there have been even wealthier men whose fortunes amounted to half of the global GDP. Welcome to Luxurious and Chic, where we will be showing you everything about luxury and help you experience the billionaire lifestyle. Many wealthy people throughout history have been difficult to pin down an exact financial sum. However, estimates which have been updated to reflect current inflation levels yield values. Not Elon Musk or Bernard Arnault. These 10 people are the wealthiest people in human history. Number 10. William the Conqueror. 1028 to 1087. Harold Godwinson, not William, succeeded Edward the Confessor when he died in 1066. But to assert his claim, William invaded England violently. Following the Battle of Hastings, William became the King of England. As England's first Norman monarch, William the Conqueror reaped the benefits of the battle, conquering territories and looting valuables worth $230 billion today. He spent his vast fortune into everything from tapestries to fortresses, including the iconic White Tower of the Tower of London. Number 9. Mir Osman Ali Khan, 1886 to 1967. Osman Ali Khan allegedly had 50 Rolls Royces and possessed the famed Jacob diamond, fifth of the world's biggest polished diamond, which is now worth $95 million, which was kept in his office as a paperweight. He also possessed a personal gold collection worth more than $100 million and a jewelry collection worth more than $400 million. His photograph was published on the cover of Time magazine in 1937, and he had his own official currency, the Hyderabad rupee, as well as a great private fortune. The Nizam of Hyderabad is another name for Osman Ali Khan. He is among the 7 Nizams that governed Hyderabad until neighboring India seized the kingdom. He is the wealthiest man in Indian history, with an estimated net worth of over $236 billion. Number 8. Tsar Nicholas II, 1894 to 1917. The Romanovs had a fortune unlike any other family in history. From 1894 to 1917, Tsar Nicholas Romanov controlled the Russian Empire, investing heavily in palaces, jewelry, money, and art. The family's goods and assets were mostly confiscated by their killers after they were slain. Tsar Nicholas II is the richest saint of all time, having been subsequently sanctified by the Russian Orthodox Church. Furthermore, by today's standards, his net worth of $300 billion exceeds the combined wealth of the 21st century's top 20 Russian billionaires. Number 7. Andrew Carnegie, 1835 to 1919. Andrew Carnegie was born into a poor Scottish family and rose to become one of the world's wealthiest individuals, amassed an estimated net worth of $309 billion. In the late 1800s, he was responsible for a significant growth of the U.S. steel industry. Carnegie is a remarkable philanthropist of all time. He is well known for redistributing nearly all of his money, donating nearly 90% of his income to charitable organizations and educational facilities. He even offered the Philippines $20 million to buy their country back from the United States, which had bought it from Spain following the Spanish-American War. But the Philippines withdrew. Number 6. Jakob Fugger, 1459 to 1525. Jakob Fugger, a wealthy German cloth, mercury, and cinnamon dealer, was known as Jakob the Rich. He was Europe's richest man in the early 16th century as a banker, merchant, and mining pioneer with an estimated total of $400 billion. Martin Luther came out against his business techniques because they were so contentious. He also lent money to the Vatican, sponsored the emergence of the Holy Roman Emperor Maximilian I, and financially backed the Spanish King Charles V, which allowed him to influence politics with his wealth at that time. Number 5. John D. Rockefeller, 1839 to 1937. John Davidson Rockefeller, a renowned billionaire and oil mogul, governed 90% of the circulation of black gold or the oil during the 20th century. He founded the Standard Oil firm, the major oil corporation in the United States. He possessed 90% of the oil at that time period. The corporation was separated into 34 smaller companies. Chevron, BP, and ExxonMobil are still among them. He was the first ever person to raise $1 billion in a single transaction. When converted, his fortune is at $400 billion. Following World War I, he donated a large sum of money to charitable causes and deposited $250 million in his own foundation, the Rockefeller Foundation. Rockefeller died at the age of 97 on year 1937. Number 4. Augustus Caesar, 63 BC to 14 AD. Augustus Caesar, the first Roman emperor, had an individual fortune equal to a fifth of his empire's total economy at one point. For comparison, the Roman Empire accounted for roughly 25 to 30% of global economic activity during Augustus' reign. However, Caesar's control of the enormous empire from 27 BC to AD 14 was erratic, as he was beset by a series of military disasters and poor overall economic performance in his later years. Nonetheless, he acquired an estimated net worth of $4.6 trillion. Number 3. AKBAR I, 1542 to 1605. From 1556 to 1605, AKBAR I was India's third Mughal ruler, and he was known as the AKBAR the Great. His dominion was roughly the size of modern-day India, and he controlled 25% of the global economy, which was equal to approximately $21 trillion. The Mansabdar system was utilized by the Mughals, that is, territory where an officer has been assigned to raise revenue from the property. The emperor may request warriors in exchange for this money. This vary according to the size of the empire. Because these men were not recruited by blood, AKBAR had a lot of leeway. The empire, which ruled over 15 provinces, was immensely useful to the emperor in terms of collection of tax, and which was added to his wealth. Number 2. Emperor Shenzong of Song. Emperor Shenzong of Song, also known as Zhao Xu, is one of the wealthiest people in history, according to our list of the wealthiest people in history. He was the 6th emperor of China's Song dynasty, ruling from 1067 to 1085. It is estimated that the emperor controlled 30% of global GDP, or equivalent of $30 trillion. He was said to be in the industry of selling bronze, which made him very wealthy. Number 1. Mansa Musa, 1280 to 1337. Mansa Musa, the monarch of Timbuktu, is widely regarded as the richest man in history, with a fortune characterized as incalculable. At a time when gold was in high demand, his West African empire was the world's largest gold producer. Musa is seen holding a golden scepter, sitting on a golden throne, holding a golden cup, and wearing a golden crown. He is well known for performing the Islamic Hajj in Mecca. His entourage numbered 60,000 individuals, including 12,000 slaves. Everything was gold-plated and used to haul gold, with the overall gang carrying stuff valued more than $400 billion today. During a brief stopover in Egypt, he spent so much money that the national economy was harmed for years. If you think Elon Musk is the wealthiest man in history, you'll be disappointed by this list. We have the wealthiest men in history, and while we cannot account for all of their wealth, we can assume that the amounts above are accurate given the massive empires that some of them oversaw. If you have a comment or suggestion, do tell us in the comment section below. And if you want to know about the most expensive things in the world, look inside the lives of the wealthiest people on the planet, or how to achieve success in your life, make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay updated on our latest videos. Don't forget to hit the like button.